Good morning, good evening. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you might be doing, we wish to welcome you to the Silverlight Show. The Silverlight shines to illuminate that which lies hidden in darkness. For those of you tuning in today, we welcome you in. On Sunday, the Silverlight family encountered a new kind of scammer. It was most unexpected. Sunday afternoon, we're all chilling out, having a good time. My wife was on the sofa, watching her little soap operas. My little one was busy watching whatever she was, and I was kind of in and out of a nap. And all of a sudden, the front door explodes. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. As aggressive as you can possibly imagine. Now, my friends have keys. My parents have keys. The people who need to get in are allowed to get in, and they all know they are welcome to come in at any time. So I'm not expecting anything. So immediately my hackles are up. I get out of bed. I was fully clothed, for the record. And I went down and opened it, and here's this fellow I've never seen before. And he's standing, I'm going to say about 3 meters back from the front door. And he sees my car, which, it's not a good car, not a bad car. It is a car. And he says, "Hey, what do you want for this car?" Now, in the past, 20 years ago, I had a similar offer. And it was actually a very generous offer. So I gave this guy the benefit of the doubt. I said, "I'm going to be honest with you." I said, "The mirror on the passenger side needs to be replaced. Now, I know it's a $100 job. So give me an offer what you think the car is worth." And this guy paused for a second and says, "I'll give you $500 for it." At which point I told him the Blue Book value is between $3,000 and $5,000. I was willing to negotiate with you over the mirror, but you're insulting me by offering me $50. So why don't you get off my property? Now, keep in mind, I'm a pretty tall and well-built person, and this little scammer suddenly realized he was in the wrong part of town. Now, this sounds like somebody going around. My car is a Honda Civic. People like to fix it up. I believe they're called ricers, and drop different engines in and different sort of stuff. So I know there is interest in my car. But the same token, for him to offer such an insultingly low amount of money, I was not interested. But then I started to get suspicious. Why Sunday? Yes, that's the time people have to go around. But then my conspiracy wheels started clicking away. And I began thinking, why would somebody show up with such a ridiculously low offer? So I went to the most reliable source of information ever possibly invented, the internet. And I stayed away from your Wikipedia, from your general pages, and I just typed in car buying scams. And my goodness, there's a lot of ways people can steal your car without you knowing. Now, the first one, one of them covers a couple categories. There's this sneaky thing they can do where they say, "Okay, I'm going to PayPal you the cash," or whatever it is. So, basically sign here, give me the ownership, and the car is out of your hands. Okay, that sounds good. But what they do, there's a couple things they do. One is that instead of sending you a PayPal credit, which means the money's going to your account, they send you a PayPal debit, which means the money's coming out of your account. And by that time, they have your car, they have the ownership, and you're going to have to go through a hell of a time on PayPal proving what's happened. So they walked away with your car and a couple $1,000s, and imagine trying to prove that to the police or in a court of law. Because they'll just be able to say, whoops, I did it wrong. Here it is correct. And then walk out of the courtroom with everything, despite all the anguish that you've been through. I found that one pretty interesting. Another one, oh, can I take it for a test drive? This is the oldest fashioned scam in the book, I'm sure. Because they take it for a test drive, and of course, you never get it back. This leads me to wonder, like, how predatory are these people? If my wife had gone out and answered the door, and I kind of wish I'd pressed her into doing it, because it would have been interesting to see how much more aggressive he was going to be, because it looked like he had a speech, but, you know, the 6'3" military veteran is not the one that you want to try to browbeat if you're not in the mood to have a fight on your hands. And Sunday afternoon, I think the time was about 2:00. Realistically, business does get conducted 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but a Sunday before Christmas, yeah, that's really sketchy at best. You might be the best retailer in the world, but you kind of know around the holidays, it's a real crapshoot. I mean, people have already spent most of their money, although that's debatable. People still look for the Christmas rush every year about this time for people that don't buy ahead of time. But these scammers are so bad that they're even coming to your front door. In retrospect, I'm kind of wishing I'd asked for the guy's business card or phone number so I could really look him up and give him a review. Or several hundred, depending on my mood. But this is something we should all do and watch our relatives. Like, don't sell anything out of your front door that you didn't advertise. Next door neighbor, lovely lady, sells flowers. They're good quality flowers. I would buy them, except I just don't happen to like those particular flowers. But I mean, I can see how other people would. So that's a business that's 100%. But somebody coming to your front door is just, watch whatever you do. Worst case scenario, put the conversation off. Say, it's Sunday. Let's talk about this another day. And if they can't come back, good riddance. You might need the money. You might not need the money. No judgment there. Sometimes people have an extra car lying in their driveway. Sometimes they mean to fix it up. And it might, if that was the case with my car, it might have actually been a good deal. People apparently do this also with houses. I know a gentleman, quite distinguished, and he's managed to work his way up to properties because a couple of times, he's dealt with one particular broker who literally knocked on his door and said, I can get you this for your house right now, and we can move you into one of these other houses. Same money, same mortgage, same everything. And because of that, this particular gentleman managed to trade up a few times. But this all took place back in the 70s and 80s when scammers still existed, but real businesses would go door to door. I honestly think door-to-door salesmen in 2021 are pretty much dead. Or at least the legitimate ones. Let me rephrase that. If I had a fantastic product, let's pretend I've created a brand new perfume. If I go door to door trying to sell it, I'm going to get a lot of pissed off people. Whereas if I put it online, I'm more likely to sell it. The ice cream truck. I like the ice cream truck because he pulls up in the street, rings his bell, the kids come out, he makes his money. Actually, it was a she this year. It was the same truck, I believe, but I don't know whether it's husband, wife, employee situation. Whatever the case is, they make their money. They're happy. And it's non-intrusive. So I got no problem with that model of business, although I don't know how you would apply it to anything else. It'd be pretty difficult to sell purses out of the back of a truck. Not impossible, and the right person could make it work. And in that case, maybe Sunday would be a good time to do business. Just not Sunday, December, before the holidays, probably. The most important thing is when somebody comes up and offers you money for something, you should always be suspicious. I certainly was, and like I said, fortunately I'm a big guy so that this guy didn't decide to use any pressure tactics on me. And the floor sweeper came through. Not an ice cream truck, but it's still a truck. But anyways, that's going to get loud. So we wish to thank you for joining us on the Silverlight Show. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, subscribe, and buy the books in the comments. And we hope you have a fantastic day.